Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It's winning some major awards, Tarantino-DiCaprio collaboration, you know the flick. It's good, man. It's a good movie, and it turns out what is perhaps the most pivotal sequence in the entire film was completely improvised. I'm gonna break it all down for you and tell you how the scene came to be, but first, do me a solid by hitting subscribe, and while you're down there, turn on your notifications. This is my livelihood! All right, so DiCaprio is so good in this movie. Just completely stellar.
Thank you.
And arguably what is perhaps the most impressive part of his performance is this scene, which I haven't stopped talking about since the film was released.
Line, go fetch her and tell her what?
Leo, an actor, is portraying an actor, Rick Dalton, who is shooting a scene for the 60s Western series Lancer. That actor inception in itself seems like it would be difficult enough. Tarantino was stoked on this scene because he wanted it to play out as if the audience was seeing the finished product, scored and everything. That way he could use it as an excuse to also film a Western while they were on set. But Leo had a different idea. He and Tarantino had previously thrown around the idea that maybe Rick Dalton was undiagnosed bipolar. There's some highs and lows throughout the film that really drive this point home.
It's official, old buddy. Well, it has been.
So, while playing with this information, Leo thought it was important that he had a meltdown while shooting Lancer. Tarantino said this on our very own Real Blend podcast during an exclusive 2-hour interview.
Then Leo came up with the idea that maybe he should screw up. And
What,
so
really?
because it actually wasn't in the script that he screws up. And so he had this idea that he should screw up, and then when he has to do the scene later, now he's coming back from something.
So, as the story goes, Tarantino was like, nah brah, I'm trying to shove the Western genre into this film, and if you mess the scene up, it'll ruin it.
I was trying to get as much Lancer in there as possible because that's like, you know, the closest thing to my third Western, all right? And so the idea that I could sneak it through the back door and kind of get a whole episode of Lancer in there when no one's looking, you know, I'm not gonna fuck that up.
But to appease the A-lister, Tarantino was like, okay, we'll do it both ways. One where you mess up, and one where you don't. Then once they did the take, it was so amazing, Tarantino knew immediately that's what they were going to use.
Maybe, God damn it, I fucked this whole thing up, Sam. I did, I fucked this whole thing up. God, can we just go back, please? Can we just cut? Can we just cut?
No, really, just
No, really, Sam, please. God damn
maybe
it.
he already
All right,
has.
all right.
Maybe he already
All right, God damn it, all right, all right, all right. Woo! Goddamn outlaw, Rick. Come on now.
Through this, DiCaprio, with Tarantino's guidance and approval, significantly changed the film.
I got it. I got it. Go back a bit, would you?
No, he's right. Back to one.
Now, that's not all that changed. There's also the aftermath of said where DiCaprio loses it in his trailer.
Embarrass yourself like that in front of all those goddamn people.
The dialogue he's having with himself in this scene is all improv, because the moment leading up to it was unscripted. Tarantino specified that their inspiration was Travis Bickle from Taxi Driver when he's in his apartment by himself.
You talking to me?
You don't get these lines right, I'm gonna blow your fucking brains out tonight.
He would apparently throw DiCaprio some inspiration during this scene, like, that little girl saw you mess up. Jim Stacy, the guy who plays Lancer, saw you mess up.
That little fucking girl. You're gonna show that goddamn Jim Stacy. You're gonna show all of them on that goddamn fucking set who the fuck Rick Dalton is.
And through all of that, this now infamous freak-out scene was born.
You stop drinking right now, all right? Make a promise to yourself you're gonna stop fucking drinking.
Together, the Lancer screw-up and the freak-out that followed were both worked out on set to become one of the most pivotal sequences in the entire film. Although, neither of those scenes were in the script. Not like that, anyway. Then, when he comes back and absolutely crushes this scene,
Puts $50,000 in my lap, or I'll aim this little pitcher down a well.
it's so much more effective because of the redemption.
That was the best acting I've ever seen in my whole life.
Film! You gotta love it. That's film, buddy. In the end, Tarantino incorporated Rick Dalton's screw-up in a way that still allowed him to let his Western play out the way he originally wanted. So that's the story. That's it. That's all. I think it's cool. I think it's interesting. A story that took place once upon a time in Hollywood. If you enjoyed it, hit subscribe for more of these behind-the-scenes stories, plus some celebrity interviews. My interviews are more just like awkward celebrity encounters, but you get the gist. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.